Hi, Mr. Perales. I'm so grateful that you were willing to sit down and talk with me to help me understand how the commissioners, what their role is when it comes to veteran services, because there's been some confusion on how that's all intertwined. So, would you mind filling me in a little bit
Sure.
on the commissioner's role?
Diana, I'm glad to. And I've been an advocate for veterans my whole political career. Had many bills in the state house for veterans. What I didn't know when I got started, and many people don't know, is the county and veteran services are both administrative arms of the state. That is, we can only do what the state allows us specifically to do in the revised code, the Ohio Revised Code. So in our case, Ohio Revised Code for veteran services is 5901. It lays out everything that we can do and how we have to do it, and it prescribes what they can do and how they have to do it. So we don't have a lot of flexibility here. We can't spend money on things, and there's been some misinformation out there, and good intentions, I'm sure, to help our veterans.
Yeah.
But the fact is we can't spend money for homelessness. We can't spend money for drug abuse. We can't spend money for medical care. The state and the feds take care of that, right? Mm-hmm. It is explicit in the Ohio Revised Code that what veteran services can do is help with hardship, financial hardship for individual specific veterans, to lead the veterans to services out there at the VA or housing, to help with cemeteries, to educate their staff there to help folks, and transportation to medical appointments and whatnot. That's what they do. That's all they can do. And that is in the Ohio Revised Code. So there's a little misunderstanding. And I will tell you this. Our veteran services is the best bar none. And in all my time as a mayor, as a state rep, as a county commissioner, I've never had one veteran come to me and say, hey, they didn't take care of me.
They do seem to be some pretty amazing people over there.
They are. And they're all vets. They speak the language.
Yeah, they've been really pleasant and lovely people. So one of the things that seems to be confused out there is how their money is allocated. There's the general fund, and there's this concept that the veterans may or may not have specific money set aside for them out of the general fund. And I didn't think that was the way it worked. Could you help me understand whether or not the vets have money that is specifically set aside for them out of tax dollars or not?
Sure, and again, there's a lot of misinformation on that. The vets and veteran services does not have a dedicated amount to them. You'll see people say they get 0.5 mil, right? They don't. If you look at the Ohio Revised Code, we are to get with the veteran services. They come to us with a budget. We approve the budget. They can come back and counter the budget, right? And then we give them the money out of our general fund for the budget. Now, if we needed more money than in our general fund, then we'd either have to take money from other services, which if that was necessary, we could do it. Or if we're way short, in the case of the 0.5 mil, we could put a levy on the ballot. And the taxes would go up, so we could get 0.5. But here's a distinction. Okay. We don't. It's not in code. It's not law that we have to give them 0.5. We can give them less, which we do, meeting their requirements. Yeah. We can give them 1 mil if we wanted to, if we could find the money, if we thought it was necessary. There's no prescribed balance that we have to give them, and people are misunderstanding that, and they're thinking the county commissioners are keeping the money we're giving them the money they need to take care of our vets, and they are doing a great job at it.
Yeah, out of the general fund.
It all comes out of the general fund right now. There may be a day when we have to put a levy on the ballot if it increases, but I'll tell you right now, we're taking care of the vets. Our veteran services officers are pleased with the situation, and our vets coming for help are pleased with the situation.
That's awesome. And if we were to earmark, like if the county were to earmark money specifically for veterans, how would that work?
The only way that we could earmark specific money year to year would be to put a levy on the ballot.
Okay.
And if you look at your tax bills, right, you'll see a specific line for schools, That's a levy. You'll see a specific line for children's services. You'll see a specific line for parks. That money, by law, has to go to those folks.
Okay, so if they don't have a levy specifically for them, then there is no legal set aside amount for
That
any
is correct.
service,
That
whether
is
it's
correct.
the veteran service or the sheriff's office or
That
any
is
of the other
correct.
services.
And again, the system works pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a public records request in to see if there's anybody been complaining. So I'm hoping to get that back, and I'm guessing
I will
not
tell
gonna
you,
get many.
there are a few people complaining, but again, I think it's a matter of understanding how the system works. And again, one of the most important things besides giving, a vet comes in and their AC breaks in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
We give them money to fix that, right?
Yep.
That's what they're supposed to do. One of the misunderstandings is that they can do all these other things with the money, therefore we ought to give them more money.
Yeah.
They can't. They come in with a budget, we talk, and it's a very agreeable situation. I mean, those guys out there do a great job. I can't say that enough.
Yeah, I've heard that if they need more money too, like if they give you a budget and then something happens, like
Say
one
the
of their
van breaks down, right?
Yeah.
Well, right there. Or they need a new service officer. Again, there's justification they have to put forward.
Yeah.
But we are very receptive to doing whatever we need to do to help them take care of our vets. 100%.
When Veteran Services does say we need more money, you guys are like, sure.
I think if you
totally.
talk to them, they'll say that we are very receptive.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh
Mr.
gosh, my
Perales. I
pleasure.
really
And
appreciate it.
again, I want to say the commissioners care about the vets, and we will do whatever it takes. And the Veteran Services commissioners, they're incredible. They're all retired military people. They're incredible, and they care about their vets. And they're not worried about losing their job or anything else. Their number one, only concern is to take care of our vets, and they do a great job.
Awesome. Thanks.
My pleasure.